So back when I was first starting the whole Startopus rebrand, I had this incredible video idea. What if I ranked all those 90s Disney songs that everyone loves? Then I realized, oh wait, YouTube copyright would tear me to pieces. Such a shame. Oh wait, I could just not play the songs and link videos in the description. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take a look at every single musical number from the Disney Renaissance, the classics from the 90s that started with The Little Mermaid and ended with Tarzan. We have 62 songs to talk about, so let's waste no time and get started. And the award for the worst song in the entire Disney Renaissance goes to, well, for context, let me put you in my shoes first. I listened to these songs in order, and I had just finished Hellfire, this dark, terrifying villain song. I haven't watched Hunchback in ages, so I forgot the sheer intensity of that song. So then it immediately cuts to A Guy Like You. This is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in a movie. I'm not kidding. I think the biggest crime this song commits is just totally massacring the otherwise really good soundtrack. Yes, Hunchback infamously has some really poorly placed slapstick, but the soundtrack is like literally 5 excellent, dramatic, epic songs. And then this one at the very end, which has some of the worst harmonies and tune I've ever heard in any of these songs. Its lighthearted, jokey nature just does not flow with the tones of these other songs. It opens with a lighthearted joke about the fact that in the story, at that moment, Frollo is burning down Paris.
True, that's because it's on fire.
The lyrics are bad, the animation is weirdly stiff given how pretty it is for the rest of the movie. The scene just feels like the poor man's friend like me. This kinda blows. And is such a baffling blight on an otherwise fantastic soundtrack. Daughters of Triton barely counts as a song. It's so short and is literally just characters saying their names. Works perfectly fine within the film, but I dare you to find one person who'd listen to this outside of the film. At least it doesn't single-handedly bring down the soundtrack, though. Oh, Pocahontas. Sweet, sweet Pocahontas. This movie's bad, but you knew that, and honestly, the Virginia Company is a perfect opener to this thing. It's so boring. It makes me want to take a nap. I want to go honk shoe when I hear this. It feels like a history teacher's educational video. Moving along. I regret adding the reprises so much. The Virginia Company reprise, this one at least has characters singing, so we have some character, even if the character is just racism. Cool. Great movie. Love this movie. Why the heck does Pocahontas have both the longest and worst soundtrack of the entire Renaissance? Steady as the beating drum reprise. Jim Cummings playing as the Native American chief is all I can hear. It's so weird. And then right above it we have the normal steady as the beating drum. Same as the last one. I have nothing to say. Nothing. Genuinely nothing. Trashin' in the camp. Pretty pleasant scene, but like, again, does this count as a song? There's no lyrics. We just got Turk scatting while her friends play with Mrs. Potts and Chip. It's fun, but like, it's not a song, right? At all? Okay. Listen With Your Heart is another song that makes me desire to sleep! But at least this time the vocals are kinda nice, and this weird grandma tree is so weird that I have to rank it higher for that alone. It's also very historically accurate, I promise. Anyway, still, good, like, nap time song. If you really want to take a nap, this is a good song to put in the background. Fathoms Below. This works great as the opener to The Little Mermaid, but it's another one that I could just never listen to by itself. It's sort of like the Cutting Ice song in Frozen in that way. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Savages. This one is really funny to me. This is the dramatic conclusion of the movie, right? It's all been building up to this. The racism, the war, all that jazz. And yeah, the scene itself is pretty cool. The song tune parts is good. But these lyrics are hilarious, man.
They're different from us, which means they can't be trusted.
There's an actual line in this song, sung like just completely straight. The rest of the lyrics are like this too. It's one that got me cackling in spite of the dark subject matter, but like, it's not the funniest song in the Pocahontas soundtrack. Oh no, no, no. We'll get there soon. Just Around the River Bend gets points for being an actual musical number one would expect to be in a Disney movie. However, it also has like 0 energy. Like again, I'd like to sleep. Every song in Pocahontas tires me. This movie is so sleepy. Mine, Mine, Mine is the villain song of Pocahontas, sung by this guy. I promise I did not mean to place every song in this movie at the bottom, it genuinely just happened. This one's hilarious. The first bit where the evil racist guy is telling his goons to dig is whatever, but once we get into his fantasy and he says both
You see how I glitter
and
Twitter
within mere seconds, truly awoke me from the deep snooze the previous songs in this movie put me in. Plus, I actually like John Smith's part near the end, but, like, again, the song is mostly ironic enjoyment. It's not that much better than the other songs from this movie. One Jump Reprise. Genuinely always forget about this one. Yeah, I don't know, I just never really liked Aladdin's vocals in this song. I'm not a fan of talk singing, and that's kinda what this is. The lyrics are fine, but it's also so short. It works fine in the movie, I guess, but like, yeah, don't care for it. Go the Distance reprise has the same deal with One Jump reprise to a T, with the bonus that I don't even like the original Go the Distance that much. I genuinely never counted this as a reprise in my head because it happens so soon after the full song. Just kind of feels like the song is continuing, I don't know. Yes, the best Pocahontas song is indeed the one everyone remembers, even slightly. Wonder why that is. Colors of the Wind has great animation and pretty vocals, but I think my overwhelming dislike of this movie just makes it really hard for me to enjoy it. I'd genuinely rather listen to that song in Frozen 2 that stole the title of the Best Over the Garden Wall episode. You ever notice how weird Hercules' teeth look? Yeah, never been big on Go the Distance. It's fine, but one of the weaker I Want songs of this era, I think. It's also that, like, it just sticks out in a weird way with the rest of the movie. It's the only song without the muses, and it's not as, like, zany or energetic as the rest of the movie, which is fine, but I don't know, as a result, given it's the only one like that, it sticks out in a weird way. Heaven's Light is very pleasant, but also very short. It kind of just exists to set up the descent into hell the next song in the film provides, and it does that well enough. Not bad. Part of Your World. Gorgeous vocals, but the lyrics aren't my favorite. I've never liked the delivery of
You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
Definitely iconic, and the visuals are lovely, but I don't know, it's one I'm pretty lukewarm on. And next is the reprise! I think this one gets the edge purely for the shot of Ariel on the Rock, one of the most recognizable images in Disney history. It's great. Plus, I don't know, it being way shorter cuts out the bits I don't really care for in the original. Good stuff. Belle reprise, iconic, and makes Belle go from likable enough protagonist to legit character we want to root for. I feel like at this point she had the most personality and depth of any Disney princess, and it wasn't really even close, again at this point in time. The song really helps with that, even if it is short. I love the Madame Gaston bit, and that ending bit is real strong. Is this the worst song in the movie? Yeah, but if this is your worst song, then you made one a heck of a musical. Prince Ali reprise is so good, but also so annoying. I wish Jafar got a full villain song, because this is agonizingly short. Being a reprise of Prince Ali helps add that insult to the injury Aladdin's feeling, but man, I just wish it was longer, because it's over right when it started going. Love that high note and evil cackle combo at the end too. It's great. Or I should say, it's so close to greatness. I don't really understand the hate for Human Again. Like, it's not great or anything, but I don't know, I like it. Like, yeah, when I judge it from a critical lens, there's issues. It does not serve much of a point in the story, like at all. We know the servants want to be human again, and the lyrics aren't amazing, and like, you know, everything in Beauty and the Beast is so good that it's kinda bad in comparison, but I don't know, I have a soft spot for it. Plus that shot with all the brooms with the chorus at the end, it's super orchestral, and oh, top tier shot, love that. Yeah, I don't know, it's fun, let me have this. Gaston reprise, the moment in the film Gaston goes from funny supporting character who's also really dumb to, oh, he's the villain. I love Gaston's vocals, and I was tempted to rank it above the full song because I prefer them to LeFou's vocals, but yeah, no, I'm not doing that one. What was I even thinking? Also, I mean, yeah, the first song is in first place, so, you know. Anyway, yeah, the sinister lyrics are great. Love it. Good stuff. That last shot with them in the window is real good. Topsy-Turvy is super fun, has this carnival vibe you don't have much in Disney songs, and it really works. Perhaps there's too many long vocalist parts that should definitely be edited out in the soundtrack release, but still really good. Plus, the animation in the scene is nuts. Son of Man is good, just kind of forgettable. Like, I swear I forgot this was even in the movie, and I am forgetting about it as I write this, but it is perfectly pleasant, so yeah, Can you feel the love tonight? Iconic slow burn romance that we watch unfold under one montage. It's good. I'd argue Simba and Nala aren't the most interesting Disney couple, but this song is great with fantastic vocals. I actually really like the comedic part at the end with Timon and Pumbaa too. It works better for me than like other tone swapping bits, mostly because it's actually funny, that does help a lot. At the beginning of Hunchback, Quasimodo's a nerd, but by the end of it, he's cool. Anyway, out there, I love the first part with Frollo and Quasimodo. It's really depressing, and Frollo's abuse is scary as heck! Then when it transitions from that abuse into Quasi's very hopeful I Want song, it really works. I like it. The animation in the scene and in the film is insane. The Hunchback songs are all very theatrical, if that makes sense, more than the average Disney movie. It feels like a stage play brought to life. Anyway, I hate that stupid gargoyle song so much. One Last Hope is a delightful training romp sung by your friend and mine, Danny DeVita. Super upbeat and delightful, like this montage rules. Lots of great gags. I don't know, this one always gets stuck in my head when I watch it, and Danny's voice ain't half bad either. Very enjoyable. I like it. You'll Be in My Heart is such a beautiful, soft lullaby for about 11 seconds, and then it becomes a Phil Collins song. But it is a really good Phil Collins song, so I still really like it. Out of all the songs that could have been actual musical numbers sung by the characters, this one probably hurts the most. Still great, but it could have been incredible. Woo! More Lion King! I Just Can't Wait to Be King is a great introduction to Simba's character and naivete. Incredible colors and visuals, the childish nature of the song really works too. In the context of the movie, this is before Simba gets hardcore traumatized for good. Great vocals, I like Zazu's parts, that's very funny. If this is where musical numbers are headed, County in. Mulan's soundtrack is so good, it took this long to have a song get mentioned. Then again, there's like only 4 songs, so Anyway, Honor to Us All is a perfect opener to my personal favorite Disney movie. Maybe, I don't know, it's close. Super catchy, all the vocals are great, especially Mulan herself. It really makes you sympathize for how constricting the social expectations she has to conform to are. Is. Why I wrote R in the script, oops. While also being funny. I love that the grandma's voice completely changes when she starts singing.
A pendant for valence. Beads of jade.
It's a great one. Man, I love this movie. Two Worlds is a great opener, but I don't have too much to say. Really emotional, really great scene. I sure hope nothing bad happens to this couple. That's it. Yeah, Phil Collins' vocals go off the chain here, though. I should have mentioned that. Yeah. Arabian Nights, man. Arabian Nights. This is such an impactful way to open a movie. The sweeping camera, the instruments. When I was a kid, I thought this was the coolest thing in the world. Robin Williams' vocals are fine, but really, it's just how orchestral it is. The reveal of Agrabah with the music, and oh, it's so good. Will Smith's version sucks, though. Like, oh my lord, it's bad. But this one is still great. Just absolutely one of my favorite Disney openings. A Star is Born, the ending song to Hercules. Really strong, ends the movie on a bang. Excellent vocals, much like the other songs involving the muses. But yeah, this one just leaves me in a good mood at the end of the movie. Just like optimism in song form. I love it when that one villager says, "Hey, that's Phil's boy!" And Phil just tears up. That's so good, man. I rank Two Worlds Reprise this much higher because, I don't know, it just has a better energy. It's the closing number, so it's got that satisfying, oh, the movie's over vibe to it. Yes, that's it. Something There is such a perfect, slowly falling in love song. I love the simple nature of it. It's just really pretty. Vocals are great. Love the harmonies. Just, yeah, it is magical. Magical song. Holy crap, The Bells of Notre Dame. This is the most musical theater song in any Disney movie, telling the entire prologue to the story in song. This does mean that, yeah, it's a bit harder to listen to without the scene. You're kind of just listening to the singer describe interesting events and characters without actually seeing them. But the scene itself is so unbelievably good. It's intense, dark, it's got a heart-pumping vibe. It's just very dramatic opening. Honestly, it might be my favorite scene in the whole movie. So good. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, the song itself isn't like the most hummable thing in the world, but like it doesn't even matter. This scene it's insane. I mean, it's iconic as heck, right? Hakuna Matata is a delightful song and a wonderful phrase. It's exactly the kind of tonal shift that's welcome after the horror we watched unfold. It doesn't undermine it because it's more like a relief, a sign of hope. Just the best way to have a tonal shift. Lots of funny moments, Timona's excellent vocals, and God, where do I even begin with that shot of Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa walking on the log as we see time pass. Just gorgeous. And my personal pick for the best overall shot, scene, sequence in the entire Disney Renaissance. Just takes beautiful to a whole nother level. And when Simba joins in on the vocals, oh my gosh, I love this movie. It'd be much higher if I had more tolerance for the fart joke. Do not care for it, sorry. Otherwise, love this. Highlight of the whole era, if you remove the fart joke. Okay, hear me out. Les Poissons is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I mean, we're just watching this poor little crab try to survive as this insane chef tries to murder him. It's glorious. It honestly works as a really charming short film. I know it's filler, but it's the best kind of filler. It's the best scene in the movie. Not actually, but like, it's one of my favorites. I don't know. Just let me have this, okay? This is my list, Daggett. Dang, that was fun. Zero to Hero is fun, man. It's a fun song that really ties into the story well. Herc becoming more of a self-centered hero than Zeus would prefer, and ultimately sets up his later downfall. Fun montage with some sick animation. I love how we see Hades being all irritated the whole time. It's just neat. I like the part where they argue about the pronunciation of Vas, its face. Hellfire is a depressing, intense, terrifying villain song with some of the harshest lyrics Disney has ever written. The shift between somewhat pleasant and worshipy to this horror song is perfect, as Frollo fully betrays any facade of being loyal to the teachings and morals of the Bible, and shifts into acting out of his own self-interest. It's pretty perfect, what can I say? It is one of the most orchestral and grand and adult songs to ever come out of the studio. Plus, obviously, like, the scene is insane too. Those red hooded figures. Anything ranked above it I just think is more replayable and catchier, but like, do not make a mistake. This is some good stuff. One Jump is super fun, a lot of great visual gags, and an energy that just don't quit. So many memorable moments. Aladdin's vocals are great. I love
just a little snack, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Just cool. Gaston is the best song in Disney history because when Gaston was a lad, he ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help him get large. And now that he's grown, he eats 5 dozen eggs, so he's roughly the size of a barge. Anyway, just a perfect reflection of someone with a massive ego. Gaston's only true love is himself, and this is basically a song where he worships himself for how dang cool and hot and accomplished he is. I mean, he uses antlers in all of his decorating. The fact Gaston has so much influence over this town is terrifying, given his narcissism and stupidity, which actually just makes him one of the scarier Disney villains. A girl worth fighting for is delightful, as these lovely soldiers delightfully sing about their dream women. Just a jovial, upbeat camaraderie song, where we see the gang bond with Mulan a little more. I love the vocals too. Like, technically it's not the best singing ever, but it works for me. I kinda just find really amateur singing really charming, and it works for these guys singing to distract themselves from the war. I love Ling's vocals especially. His high-pitched voice sticks in my mind in a good way. I'm so glad nothing horrific follows this song, oh my god! And that's the best tonal whiplash in Disney history, lads and germs. Gospel Truth is close to being my favorite opening in a Disney movie. Just this incredibly catchy, lore-filling jam. I mean, how memorable is... Just always gets me excited to watch the rest of the movie, even if the highlights of the movie are just the other songs, really. But yeah, just an excellent, enthusiastic, energetic opener. Bro, why is Under the Sea this good? The vibe is immaculate, with Sebastian's enthusiastic vocals just putting me in a good mood. The animation is nuts, the fish appearing with the lyrics that mention them seems obvious, but apparently is something worth praising since the remake didn't do it for some reason. It's a great time, and completely justifies its own existence by being a great time. God Help the Outcasts is really beautiful and also really sad. I don't know why it makes me feel the way it does, but Esmeralda being the only one to genuinely pray for the disastrous events outside, while everyone else in the background is just praying for their own wealth or fame or what have ya. It's good stuff. Another very musical theater song too, noticing a pattern with Hunchback yet. It's pretty gorgeous. The mob song might be the most musical theater song Disney has ever done. That's a good thing. Gaston rallies up the town folks to go murder the beast, and it's just got this super sinister vibe that I dig. Honestly, one of the most underrated songs Disney's ever done. I don't see anyone talking about it. Gaston defaults to manipulative tactics here, and they're great. This is the scene where he goes from humorous but intimidating villain to intimidating and scary villain. Just this real irredeemable monster. I don't know, it's such a strong one. One of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. I don't see anyone talking about it ever, though. What's up with that? Yeah. A Whole New World is real pretty. Like, ridiculously just incredibly pretty. And I love that the lyrics show why Aladdin and Jasmine are one of the best Disney couples, with him literally catering to what she wants in the lyrics. He's a humble guy who's only really lying because it is literally not legal for them to be together. The visuals are gorgeous, the vocals are great, there's a reason why it's so iconic, come on. Won't Say I'm in Love is so dang catchy. I don't think Meg is one of the best Disney love interests or anything, but her song freaking rules. Her vocals are great, the muses in the background are great, it's super catchy, just everything about it works for me. Love it. Poor Unfortunate Souls is fantastic. This smoothly sinister song where Ursula, in one sequence, proves herself as one of the best and most memorable Disney villains of all time. Her vocals are slimy and the lyrics are perfectly manipulative and the ending bit is fantastic. And don't forget the importance of body language. Honestly, my second favorite sequence in the entire movie. We'll get to the best sequence in a little bit. Unmatched in terms of just being really romantic and beautiful is Beauty and the Beast. The song itself is just really soothing and fantastic, but obviously, it's the scene itself that propels it to being this high. This is revolutionary animation right here. Nothing even close to this scope had ever been attempted before in the realm of Disney. They had that clock tower stuff in The Great Mouse Detective, but it pales in comparison to this. This single, awe-inspiring moment with the sweeping camera, just incredible. Top 10 time. I think my favorite traditional Disney I Want song has to be Reflection. Really sad and somber, makes you empathize with Mulan's plight. The visuals with the mirror are amazing. Obviously very symbolic, but it's so obvious I don't even feel like it's worth mentioning. Fantastic vocals, and yeah, the really sad tone makes it stand apart from the other inspiring I Want songs. Love it to pieces. Guys, they turned Robin Williams into a single song! Friend Like Me is incredible. The zippy animation is gorgeous, along with the super bright colors. It's oozing with style. A lot of funny moments. It completely sells you on the genie as the comedic relief of the movie, while also showcasing his incredible power perfectly. Will Smith cannot pull this song off, though. The live-action movie is the version. I had a minor stroke just thinking about it.
I'm the king of the land. I can sing, rap, dance if you give me a chance.
The original is still a banger though. Love the part with the hands. That just lives in my mind. Prince Ali Fabulously is the best Aladdin song. Just this bombastic marching band song that perfectly hypes up Aladdin's new fancy fake ID. He can buy anything he wants now. Robin Williams is back with the enthusiastic vocals and more funny impressions. Hey, remember how Robin Williams saying 100 bad guys with swords was meant to sound like childish because he was disguised as a child? Remember how in the live action Will Smith delivered that line with a completely straight face and there was no comedic touch at all, and so it sounded really dumb?
100 bad guys with swords.
Admittedly, I actually don't hate the live action version of the song as much as the other Aladdin songs, but still, the clearly inferior. The animation is unmatched and that bombastic ending is so good. I dig it. Oh my goodness, Circle of Life. One of the greatest openings in any movie ever. Just this awe-inspiring visual audio feast. It never gets old. But like, yeah, the song itself is just great. It's the scene that makes it so incredible. If I were to rave about it, I'd point out parts of the scene. But like, the song is still great. Yeah, that very first note is perfection. That thud that ends the song is perfection. Just, it's overall an incredible sequence. Bro, why is I'll Make a Man Out of You this incredible? The militaristic tone, Shang's amazing vocals, all the characters get their little moment. And then when the voices kick in for the chorus, and then when the instruments stop and it's just the vocals, I mean, come on. Come on. It's utterly incredible. Plus, the scene going on at the same time, so good as we see Mulan slowly earn victory and prove herself worthy. It's vital to her character arc in the movie. I love it. so much, man. Here's my favorite opener. Belle is just this absolutely flawless tone-setting song with a ton of great gags and memorable moments, as well as this quaint feeling of peace. I mean, just think of how memorable these background characters are. The lady with all the babies who need 6 eggs, the married guy who's simping with this lady with the badonkey doinks. All of these gags are so snappy and memorable. Gaston's bit is perfect, and it just makes his gradual evolution I've been pointing out through the song so great. He might actually be my favorite Disney villain of all time. Obviously, Belle's vocals are pretty unmatched in terms of beauty. I mean, it's the title of the movie. The pacing is perfect, and totally butchered in the live action, by the way. Anyway, perfection. It's a perfect scene, and a perfect song. And I love it. And the best Disney villain song of all time goes to... yeah, it's Be Prepared. I mean, what else could it be? This song oozes this evil energy unlike any other. And the lyrics and the instruments just setting this devious mood. Scar is obviously a perfect villain, and his vocals are so good. The eerie greens and yellows during the song too, harkening back to communist propaganda. It's so striking and sinister. Such a perfect villain song all around. I have no notes. I sure hope they never try to remake it. Kiss the Girl, man. Oh my gosh, what a freaking song and what a freaking scene. Sebastian's vocals are immaculate, the animation is unreal, the slow burn here works incredibly. Well, it's just magical. It also contains my single favorite shot in the whole movie, where the camera bursts out of the water to reveal Ariel and Eric on the boat. That's magic. This song is magic. I adore it wholeheartedly. Strangers Like Me is such an interesting song, and I definitely think it's the most underrated song in Disney history. Just this passionate ballad about wanting to get to know where you came from. The sequence when I was a kid just stuck with me in such a palpable way. The song itself is really great too. Great vocals, great background instruments, great tune, just great all the things. One of the catchiest songs in the whole Renaissance. Definitely the highlight of the whole movie for me. I love it. And the winner is...
Be our guest.
Really, what else could it be? Every single aspect of this scene is perfect. There's not a single flaw, not one. As well as that, every single aspect of this song is perfect. From the vocals, to the pacing, to the way Mrs. Potts doesn't stop singing for 10 seconds to sexually wink at the camera in slow motion. I don't even know where to begin raving about this. Lumiere's vocals, the animation, the sheer magic of it all. Just pure Disney magic, and in my opinion, the finest musical number they have ever produced. Well, that was a nightmare. Maybe I'll do this with the modern era next year. Ha ha ha! Oh, I'd have to talk about Frozen and Frozen 2 and Wish. Maybe next year. Bye.